I'm still watching Nanny 911. Excuse me. And this family has a lot of not communication in their family, so that this is why the kids are hitting and whining and screaming and not communicating at all. A little, now and then, but not very clear. I'm going to show you.
Heart, and then another. Idiot dropped it.
I'm sorry. You didn't communicate it. You need to talk to me and tell me these things, okay? And when I'm not being fair, if you don't think I'm being fair, I give you permission to tell me, okay? Things are gonna change. Alright? Yeah. I'm sorry.
As I am observing Nanny Deb react to my children, what I'm thinking is how much I haven't done those things. It was taking an explosive situation, and instead of taking it to the next level, it's bringing it right down to a calm level.
You just gotta speak up and ask for time and attention, alright? Me too, okay? Yeah.
With just a little coaching, Dad was able to break through with Amanda. He's clearly on board with the plan. Now that he's making progress, it's time to turn my attention to Mom.
No cooking, David. No. Just ignore him now.
We'll ask him how he's feeling. Let him talk.
But before I was able to begin working with Deborah, Paul decided that he knew best.
This doesn't come as naturally to her. And I know that. And so now I'm trying to be a mentor for her, to guide her along so that we're able to deal with our children.
I'm sorry for using bad words, Mommy. And this is going bye-bye. I'm taking it away.
While Mom isn't completely succeeding in communicating with David, she's at least trying.
You want me to give it to you back? No more bad words. So how'd that go?
I don't know what happened.
Well, we took the magnet off the board and he earned it back. He earned it back by saying he'll never say it again.
He hit you like 2 or 3 times. He disrupted everything, nearly broke the box that the puzzle came in, had a temper tantrum, called names, and he earned it back by doing what?
It's not how it works.
The pressure to perform the way Paul wants me to is so difficult.
You can't earn it back. You lost it.
I feel like a failure.
That's it. It's done. It's over.
While Paul is making strides communicating with his children, his communication with his wife is atrocious. These kids will never learn to use their words until their parents do.
We had a few meltdowns. Deborah was trying to take care of them, and she was basically just giving in. It's frustrating because one of my biggest fears with all this is the day that you leave is the last day any of this works. And it's going to fall apart because Deborah's not going to be consistent in utilizing the tools at her disposal.
So in other words, you're saying that you don't trust her, you don't believe in her, because you don't think that she's capable of change. You are going to have to be her support system in this. Just because she failed this afternoon for an hour doesn't mean she's going to fail later. I want you to be behind her 100%. Deborah and Paul's extreme communication issues are manifesting themselves in their children. These kids to the point where the poor child was left gasping for air. This appalling behavior must stop before one of these kids is injured permanently.
What happened? She's fighting with you? What did she do to you? Did she hit you?
No, she put the pillow on me and crushed me.
All right, come here. Come here. I'll be back.
She made me so bloody.
Let's get you. You go, Jay.
that's not communication. Well, it is right there, but she was gonna go and get Amanda that was doing stuff to him. I couldn't handle kids like that, even if they were mine. But I can now that I've watched Nanny 911. I could be a better mom.
The communication in this house is a serious, serious problem. You have a 9-year-old holding a pillow over a 4-year-old's head and laughing about it. That's repressed anger. When I ask any one of your children to sit down in front of you and talk to you, they freeze. That means they think that you don't listen and you don't understand.
Right now, everything inside me is about to explode. So I think I'm going to leave for 5 minutes before I start lashing out at you, or we're going to have a real big problem here.
This is where they get the message that you don't deal with it. Do you ever address what it was that they did or why they did it? The little ones are lashing out physically. That's going to get worse. And boys have that tendency.
You're going to have to excuse me right now.
No, I'm not going to excuse you, Deborah.
My children come first, and they're screaming.
They're fine. When they come and ask for help or when they
Oh,
scream.
so I should ignore them?
No, what I'm saying
Until
is.
they come to help?
This is
What
what
I'm
Elsie
saying
does.
is.
When we're having an argument and I'm trying to work with her and I'm trying to talk with her, all of a sudden that's more important than any
No, Deborah, you're not leaving. Deborah, you're not leaving.
My husband made the phone call to Nanny Deb. I didn't.
You're not leaving. You're not leaving.
Can I tell her to leave? Will I? I'm going to have to talk to Paul, see where we go from here.
Well, obviously the mom doesn't want to take control and communicate with her babies. And she doesn't know how. She doesn't want to. She wants to. What's the word? She doesn't understand her own kids in some ways, but it's hard to make them communicate now.
The little ones are lashing out physically. That's going to get worse. And boys
You know
have
what?
that tendency.
You're going to have to excuse me right now.
No, I'm not going to. Even space in there because he has injured a child because he does not know how to communicate. And I can tell you, these girls are 9 and they are worse at it than the 4-year-olds. These children grow up and continuously act out physically. I really want her to understand that you have to teach your children how to communicate to stop the violent behavior.
This is the very last part. It's very touching to me. And all her kids are understanding and they communicate and no hitting and nothing is wrong with this family now. And it's 6 kids under the ages of 10. Yeah. And this is the part that was very touching to me.
so big now.
And now that Mom and Dad are working together, the kids have begun taking responsibility for themselves and happily help out around the house.
I've never heard this house so quiet. It's amazing.
I can hear myself think.
The turnaround in the Fink family is as impressive as any in all my years as a nanny. And all that's left to do is to say goodbye. It's time for Nanny to say goodbye. I have to go help some other kids learn how to do things. Oh, what have you done? Let me see. Thank you, Nanny Deb. Thank you, Nanny Deb. Thank you so much for all your help. You have created some really great rules, and we could still have fun with them. But the whole point is that you have helped the family, and this is our way of saying thank you. Thank you. Thank you, I really mean it.
Now that this is all over, the Fink family has actually become the family that Paul and I had always dreamed of.